The coverage units, I mean, it's been an emphasis, I know, since you guys have been here. How good has it been so far this season?
You know, so far I think we started off the season pretty well in terms of our cover units. You know, we had one get out a little bit further than I would like in the last game in terms of kickoff cover, but generally speaking, big picture, I think our cover units have done a really good job. And you know, it is a major point of emphasis for us. You know, we call those our identity units. You know, what we want to put on film for our opponents to see is that speed and physicality in our coverage, and you know, to this point, we've done a pretty good job with that.
Brendan?
How nice was it to see Winston Wright have a pretty solid kickoff return, just given everything that he's gone through to get to that point where he's able to contribute in that manner?
Yeah, I mean, I was happy for Winston, just to have the opportunity to be back there and kind of, you know, because that's a big hurdle for him just in and of itself. But you know, I think he has that a pretty good knack back there. Obviously, he's had success in his career being a kick returner, and you know, there was a couple opportunities that we had there where I thought we were pretty close. So I'm looking forward to watch him continue to progress and continue to gain more confidence in it, and I think we can get some big plays out of that unit.
Chris?
Coach Norvell spoke a little bit after the game about the onside kick decision that you guys talked about a bit earlier in the day. What was it that you saw that you thought you could exploit, and how excited were you about the execution of it all?
Yeah, you know, watching their first game, we saw some things on tape that would lead us to believe that it would be there if we executed well. You need to verify, see if any adjustments have been made from week 1 to week 2, which we were able to do on the first kickoff, and you know, the opportunity was still there, and we had discussed earlier in the day that if it presented itself, we were going to take advantage of it. And I thought Ryan did a great job with the kick, and you know, Shai obviously did a great job with the recovery, but really discipline across the board from the whole unit, because you know, a little bit of change of tempo in terms of how Ryan approaches the ball. And the biggest thing is you can't be offsides, you know, as he's approaching the kick. So I thought that all the guys did a really nice job, and the execution was on point.
Ira?
Do you think that's a good message for the team, that in a game where, I mean, they know that they're favored by 30-something points. They may not know the number, but they know they're expected to win the game, that you guys are planning for an onside kick, and just the aggressiveness of that kind of the message that sends?
You know, I think the consistent messaging here in the program is always that it's about us and our ability to execute, our ability to perform to our highest level. And you know, we've always, since we've been here, wanted a special teams with an attacking mindset. And you know, we're going to attack and take advantage of opportunities when they're there, regardless of situation. And so I don't know, you know, how they receive the information, but for us, you know, it's kind of just that mindset of being the very best that you can be, and putting yourself in the best position to be successful.
Corey?
I never saw the replay, but live, it looked like it was a normal hit with the quarterback throwing the ball. With Patrick's personal foul, is that a teaching moment, or was he a step? Did he have a step that he should have held up on? Like, what do you say to him after a flag like that?
You know, I think with every one of those opportunities, it is a teaching moment, because we do live in a time in football in general, but in college football, where we're well aware and rightfully so that we're careful around the quarterback. And you know, we train it, we teach it, we talk it. You know, we try to lead with our hands in that situation. You know, I think there were some coaching points you can take away in terms of how high you finish or how high you are on the target, but certainly it was one of those penalties that was bang bang, and you know, I know that Pat felt badly about it, but you know, it's one of those things that happens quick, and I think he tried to pull off and avoid it, but you know, when you're that long and that physical, sometimes it might look worse than maybe it is.
Ira?
You guys did get to play some of the young guys. What did you see out of the young defensive ends that got some playing time?
Yeah, you know, I thought it was a great opportunity for a lot of your young players to get out on the field. Really, every defensive end that suited up had a chance to go in the game. So I thought that was great for them. They've been working hard. They've been, you know, especially through fall camp and the first couple of weeks. But I liked how they went in and responded. You know, I thought Dante Anderson, Jane Jones, you know, for their first real game experience like that, did some good things, and they didn't look out of place. They didn't have a bunch of mental assignments. I mean, they executed within the defense. They did a good job. So, you know, to me, that shows that they invested in the game plan. They had buy-in during the course of the week because, you know, Jaden probably, you know, I don't know what his thought. I mean, I wanted to play him, and he knew, but like he didn't even travel to the first game. So the fact that he was invested in the game plan, bought into it, and then executed really well, I think says a lot about you know, where he is and what he could evolve to and grow into throughout the course of this year.
Ira?
It used to be a time when we talked about mobile quarterbacks almost like it was like a new challenge, but it seems like that's kind of just a constant challenge now. But how much of a challenge is Castellanos as a running quarterback?
Well, you know, I'm very familiar with him. He's in my recruiting area. You know, so we obviously recruited him some. You know, very, very talented athlete. You know, he will be challenging from the standpoint of he's going to keep plays alive. He's going to try to make plays with his feet. And I think he's done a really pretty good job so far in these first couple games. So, you know, we gotta make sure that we're establishing, you know, our presence at the line of scrimmage, but also playing, you know, with some discipline and structure because obviously he's a guy that can create plays with his feet.
All set?